today who understand the urgency of the moment. And when we talk about a Green New Deal, the planet Earth is in severe danger, and we are facing a global crisis. We must listen in this country and around the world to the scientists. And the Green New Deal that the Congresswoman and I are fighting for is the only program out there that does that.
National Low-Income Housing Coalition. Diane.
Our public housing stock has been neglected for far too long. In fact, unbelievably, in the midst of a national housing crisis, we are losing 10,000 units of public housing every year. How crazy is that?
Hi, everyone. My name is Marcella. I'm part of Sunrise Movement.
This bill will reduce carbon emissions equivalent to taking off of the roads over 1 million cars. It would reduce public housing costs by 30% and energy costs in public housing by 70%. In other words, we're going to save public housing authorities money, and this will pay for itself.
Living in Holmes Isaac houses. She is the co-founder of the Holmes Isaac Tenants Coalition. It adopts the tenets of the Green New Deal, which is first to center frontline communities, those who are impacted most by the climate crisis. That is communities that are low income, communities that are communities of color, Native communities, rural communities. We're going to center them, and that's why we've decided to go with public housing first. Numerous rallies from the steps of City Hall in New York City and Lakeisha. Public housing is infrastructure, and this is an infrastructure bill. So what we're going to do in this legislation is to do nothing less but to decarbonize the entire public housing stock in the United States of America. And in the process of decarbonizing the public housing stock, we are going to put hundreds of thousands of people to work in good-paying jobs and giving that preference to public housing residents.
Today, on one of the coldest days in this early winter, hundreds of public houses. Congress must live up to its responsibility of safe, decent, accessible, and affordable homes for today's public housing residents and for future generations. And that's why the National Low-Income Housing Coalition is so glad to stand today with Senator Sanders, with Congresswoman Ocasio-Cortez, and with other original co-sponsors of this bill to call for a bold, ambitious investment in our country's public housing and in the millions of people who call it home. Who is an activist with the Sunrise Movement. We must build the political will to combat both the affordable housing and the climate crises.